Hi guys, Good Golf here with a brand new video on Fishnet networking and SteamWorks. Today I will be looking into some viewer questions from the video comments. Let's start with the first question from Mr. Lonely Game Dev. It's about implementing an end of match rejoin lobby menu scene flow. Let me first show you how I originally set up my scene flow. As suggested in the Heathen Engineering SteamWorks manual, I set up some of my components in a bootstrap scene which only gets loaded once. Here I included the SteamWorks behavior script and the Fishnet networking manager. This bootstrap scene loads the main menu scene, and that one can branch to the lobby scene. In the lobby scene we have the lobby manager component. As I mentioned before, this component needs to be set up Do Not Destroy, otherwise some events will not fire when you start the game and load the match scene. From the lobby scene we can start a match, and when that ends we load the lobby scene again. And that's where things start to break. It will load another lobby manager every time you end the match. This can be fixed easily by moving the lobby manager to the bootstrap scene. Even better, try to move all of your Do Not Destroy objects into the bootstrap scene if you can. So, this is the basic flow to make it work. Two more things you need to check. Carefully track your add and remove listener calls, so they always match up in your scene flow. I had a workflow where I kept adding listeners to the Network Manager, Scene Manager, on-client loaded start scenes, which resulted in multiple player prefabs being spawned for each player after the end restart match cycle. This is the code I call to end the match. You basically stop the server and then return to the lobby scene. Okay, next viewer question. Joining a match which has already started. The good thing is that SteamWorks and Fishnet code are separated. SteamWorks connects the players into the lobby and sends the server address to everyone as soon as the server has started. So what we can do, assuming the lobby isn't full yet, is pass on the server address to a late lobby joiner. It's fairly simple to put the server address into the lobby metadata together with a key to indicate the game has already started. This is how it looks like in the code. In the lobby game server event, which kicks off the server, I store the server address in the lobby metadata. In the join lobby event, I check at the end if the game has already started, and if so, join that server. An important note to make. Lobby metadata is in plain view on the Steam network, so you may want to consider encrypting the server address. Also, if you make use of a lobby password system, you may want to check if the right password was inputted by the late joiner. Lastly, you can also create a pop-up canvas in your game for the host player to kick or admit a player. So I tested this on my proof of concept game and found out some interesting things when allowing late joiners. For some reason I had assumed all observer RPCs are buffered. They are not. So certain events in the game didn't happen to late joiners. They simply didn't get the message. This can be easily solved by checking all your observer RPCs and marking them as buffered if needed. Another thing which may not be obvious and cause quite some debugging frustration, syncing data across the network takes time. An example I got stuck on, I wanted to add metadata to the lobby member in the join lobby event, which gets called as soon as you join the lobby. However, the lobby.me data hasn't been fully synced before the event gets called. So you can try and assign metadata, but it will fail. So instead, I call a coroutine which waits for a few seconds and then tries to assign the metadata. The last one is a bonus tip. When you put your components in a bootstrap scene, you can, of course, use all kinds of find object by name or find by component calls to find them. I found this singleton pattern to work much better for me. Please check out the Game Dev Beginner blog for all of the details. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video and I'm off working on the next one.